one of the major events, college events, and I have all the students there. If they know I've been meeting you, they'd be very happy to. And I hope they do well, because today's the finals. They won all the plays. Now I do hope that they make it to the dances, and I'm sure you'll be an inspiration. But thank you so much, and I was reading all about your organization, and sir, I must tell you both, you and your wife, congratulations. It's not just looking after every child, but I think education for every child. And one of the things we do at our new schools, because the infrastructure there is really very good, one of the things we are doing is for 3 days, we completely close our colleges down. We have a College of Design, College of Communication, College of Management, and College of Entrepreneurship. And we close the entire 250,000 square feet down and keep it only for municipal school children who come in and who are then oriented by the college students. The major objective of that being that in the class 8, 9, and 10 in the municipal schools, the students lose their motivation to continue, and the dropout rates are highest after that. And we want them, our students, to infuse that energy, the enthusiasm in them, that college is fun, that you should not drop out, that you should complete. And we've been able to succeed. I have a young girl with me who's doing her master's now with us, and her mother sweeps the streets of Mumbai. And when I told her we can get her a better job in the college, would you like me to do that? And she said, no ma'am, I'm very proud of my mother. If she, by sweeping those streets, has brought me here where I am doing a master's at our school, Masters in Management and Entrepreneurship, I'm very proud of her. I want her to continue what she's doing. I think, as I told, that this really, the NGOs really are creating the heart of India. And thank you for doing that. Please, I'll always be available for you. We've got a great institution, great young students, and we'd love to be a part of any support that we can give you. And we'd love to welcome you anytime, always. I've had some very amazing young students who've become stars from HR College. We had Karan Johar, had Ranbir Kapoor, who would never attend. And one day I told him, if you don't come to class, I'll make you run the elevator. And actually, he ran the lift for 8 hours, and all the peons said, "Arey lift kharab ho jayegi." I said, "Nahi, ek baar jab film ka hero banega, to tum line mein khade rahoge uske liye." So it's great to have you all. Lovely. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you, Induji. And it's really an offer we're going to take up. In fact, as I go into my little presentation about CSA, we'll begin to understand why we come and talk to you. Okay, so welcome. CSA, as you know, stands for Catalysts of Social Action. And when we started, the thought was around children that don't have parental care. They may be orphans, they may be abandoned children, they may be lost children, or they may even be children who have parents but who are unable to take care of them. And we felt that adoption is, of course, the best way wherever it's possible, because it provides such a complete solution, such a win-win solution. We ourselves are adoptive parents, so we know that it's more receiving than giving. So it's such a wonderful solution. But where adoption is not possible, then children should be brought up in well-run child homes. Children homes can actually be a place where children can be nurtured, they can be looked after, you can give them good education, good life skills, and make sure that they actually become contributing members of society. Right? So all the way till they have become, got into a livelihood and become adults who can live on their own. Now, I'm going to give you, I'm not going to spend too much time, so I'm going to give you just 2 things to think about for today. The first is that if we look at adoptions, I wonder how many of you know that the number of adoptions are less than 5,000 in our country, and a number that's been pretty stagnant over the last 7 or 8 years, right? And the second thing you might not know about adoption is that if children are in orphanages, the chances are that they'll never be considered for adoption, because orphanages are not licensed to do adoption, and their whole thinking process is not aligned towards placing a child with a family. The third fact about adoption is that there's a big demand for children that are less than 2 years old. Okay, but there are lots of children which are more than 2 years old and which are looking for parents. Okay, so when you put this together, I think we all have to agree that somewhere, we need to change our mindset. Right? Somewhere there needs to be a more fundamental approach towards looking at adoption. And really today's theme is the eternal bond, right? So, which is the bond that is most dear to you? The bond that holds you from life, from the beginning of life till the end. That holds you through good times and bad times. The ones that's most precious to you. I'm sure all of you will turn around and say, the family. Right? So, if we can give a family to a child, just think of what we would have achieved for that individual child. So really, and where adoption is not possible, I was saying that we must improve the quality of care in the child homes. Right now, CSA is working with about 64 child homes in 4 states, 3,400 children, and we look at everything, starting with the basics, health, hygiene, nutrition, day-to-day essentials, living conditions. And then we move on to looking at education, life skills, vocational skills, right? So that it becomes a good and a nurturing environment for these children. Okay. This is very much possible. There are lots of good-hearted people who have started child homes across the country. There are close to 9,600 child homes. But what they are lacking is, in some cases, a bit of funding. In some cases, it's the expertise, processes, linkages, etc. So those are the gaps that we as CSA are trying to fill so that we can leverage our knowledge, our expertise, and whatever funds we raise to create a multiplier effect as far as that whole ecosystem is concerned. Okay, now I want to give you the second thought for the day. And that is, do you think that family bond, that eternal bond, is not required when you are 18 years? Our daughter turns 18 this year. And I look at her and I feel this is the time she requires the maximum support from us. The next few years will be the really critical years in her life. Right? And unfortunately, in orphanages, in child homes, once somebody turns 18, they are not able to stay because legally they are an adult.
that's what I try to bring on the dance floor with my dancing. I want to say, before I say thank you to you all, I want to say thank you to CSA for having me as their cause ambassador. It's a wonderful feeling when I adopted my son, because I have always believed if खून के रिश्ते इतने strong होते ना, तो शायद अनाथ बच्चे जिंदगी में नहीं होते कभी. It's not the blood that brings us together. It's the love that we create with each other, what stays with us forever. And I realized that when I adopted my son, Arjun. Now he's 12 years old, and I'm not supposed to call him a child anymore. I'm supposed to say he's going to be a teenager. Okay? So the going to be a teenager has taught me so many things. And CSA, thank you so much for making me your cause ambassador, because you taught me how to create eternal bonds. Because as a parent, every day is a learning lesson for us. And with an adopted child, or with a biological child, it's the same thing. Sometimes people ask me, how is it different? It's not different. We are the same. So if you feel that just because I've adopted, I'm special, no, I have not. Because I have the same issues which you have with my son, the way we all have it with our children. So thank you, CSM, for teaching me so many things, for how to bring my child up, because without your support, I would have been nothing. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
I mean, what better way to spend a Sunday afternoon than this, giving back to society. I truly, truly commend the work that CS has been doing with these lovely, lovely children. And so now I request all of you to put your hands together for the visionary, for the life coach, for the lady behind all of this, who's tirelessly worked for not only this evening, but the entire work that she's been doing. Please put your hands together for the delectable...
Lots of them very dear friends who stretched their time and space to be here. This evening would never, well, this afternoon would never be possible if I did not have the support of all of these people. I did not get a single no. I did not say we are running late. I did not say I need to come for rehearsal. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining in the cause. Thank you for making it possible. Love you all.
मैं बहुत ऑनर्ड हूँ कि मुझे इतने ग्रैंड ओकेजन का एक छोटा सा हिस्सा बनने का मौका मिला है. I think what CSA has put up and what they're doing, the work that they are doing is so honorable and it's so noble and it's so lovely that they're actually going out there and helping ना सिर्फ इन बच्चों को पर उन पेरेंट्स को भी, कपल्स को भी जो एक फैमिली बनाना चाहते हैं, शुरू करना चाहते हैं, and they're helping them come together. तो they're putting a smile on both faces. At the same time जो ये बच्चे लोग हैं उनको हेल्थ केयर, न्यूट्रिशन, एजुकेशन, सैनिटाइजेशन, इन सारे चीज़ों को ना सिर्फ 18 साल की उम्र से पहले पर 18 साल की उम्र के बाद भी उन्हें जॉब्स दिलाना, उन सब में मदद कर रहे हैं. तो अगर मैं किसी भी तरीके से कोई भी छोटी इन एनी वे आई कैन हेल्प देम, आई विल बी जस्ट अ फोन कॉल अवे, and I'm so honored that I'm a part of this experience today.
Any sort of your initiative we can see in this association or in this agency?
Absolutely, in every way. Today was just the beginning. Today was just the beginning. My mom and I, walked here to help with the auction and the charity in raising funds. लेकिन आगे जाकर भी अगर if I can go there and help them in the field of education or even अगर performing arts में उन्हें कोई भी दिलचस्पी हो या किसी भी तरीके की कोई भी किसी भी any type of help that's required of me, as I just said, I'm a phone call away and I will keep going and hoping to spread the message and create awareness and help bring families together so we can take these youngsters and build them for a better tomorrow.
मैम CSA की जो ये इनिशिएटिव है इसके बारे में क्या कहना है, प्लस इस तरह के इनिशिएटिव्स और लेनी चाहिए ऑडियंस पब्लिक को देखा जाए तो फिर
जैसे मैंने उनसे कहा है उसके बारे में तो मैंने सब कहा है, लेकिन आई थिंक इट्स ग्रेट कि CSA जैसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एक ज़रिया बनता है टू ब्रिंग टुगेदर बोथ the adoption child care as well as people who want to go there and adopt children, and you need awareness, you need to know how to do it, who to go through, and they help not only in this but in the exterior as well, taking care of these children. So बहुत ही it's a very noble thing that they're doing and it's wonderful because आज जो बच्चे लोग को आपने देखा है वो CSA से है and they're also happy. उनके चेहरे पे वो जो मुस्कान दिखाई देती है and just the way they what confidence. I mean they're just starting their lives and they're just building their personalities and forming that individuality. और उनको देखकर ऐसा ऐसा लगता नहीं है that they don't come from a home or a family. CSA itself is such a big beautiful family that it has provided for them. So definitely अगर I can help out in any way, I will definitely do.
CSA की तो बात ये तो ठीक है मैम, ये तो काम कर रही है, लेकिन इस तरह के और भी कुछ इंस्टीट्यूट्स है देखा जाए तो जो कि मिसयूज़ करते हैं इसके बारे में क्या बोलना चाहेंगे आप, जो मिसयूज़ करते हैं?
मुझे ज़्यादा उसके बारे में पता नहीं, but I am very for education. और मुझे लगता है कि for everything the root cause and the root solution is education. So I would like to help CSA and other organizations as well in the field of education whatever I can to help them grow and to make sure that all these children get that correct platform.
So if you want to start any social cause, which cause you will choose?
So that's why I just said education. It's something that's close to my heart. It's something that's also close to my family. So I hope to, as and when I get the means to do that, I will definitely be putting that forward.
Apart from it, any project you are working on, when we can see?
धोनी के रोल में काफ़ी सारा
Thank you. Definitely announcement शुरू जल्दी होगा for the next film that I'm doing, but I'll have to wait for the production house to. लेकिन अब मैं तेलुगु फिल्म कर रही हूँ महेश बाबू के साथ और कोराटाला सिवा हमारे डायरेक्टर है. दोनों ने एक बहुत ही हिट फिल्म दिया था last time, so I think the audience is really looking forward to that. So I'm excited. It's my Telugu debut. It's something I'm really excited to be a part of. तो उसमें आप I think early next year आप देखोगे.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
I will.
It will talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So क्या कहना चाहेंगे CSA के इतनी गुड कॉज को प्रमोट कर रहे थे, ग्रैंड सेलिब्रेशन हो रहा है.
देखिए ये जो हो रहा है ये तो एक बहाना होता है ना, तो लेकिन मेन काम जो है कि पहुंचना है जहां ज़रूरत है, ये लोगों को इकट्ठा करने का, भाई इतने सारे लोग एक साथ मिल सकें और जो कुछ योगदान करना चाहेंगे, चाहे वो ऑक्शन के ज़रिए हो, अडॉप्शन करते हैं लोग, तो ये CSA एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ऐसे हज़ारों ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैं जो बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं. CSA जो है बच्चों के साथ ताल्लुक़ रख के जुड़ के, उनका फोकस बच्चे हैं. करीबन 3,500 बच्चे पाल रहे हैं मतलब इनडायरेक्टली पालता तो ऊपर वाला है, पर ज़रिया बनता है इंसान. बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. हम फ़ख्र करते हैं, खुशकिस्मत हैं कि हम ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ जुड़ के जो भी हमने क्या किया, हमने आके 2 मिनट एक वॉक कर लिया, बच्चों के साथ मिल लिए और क्या किया। तो बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं और हमारी दुआएं उनके साथ, शुभकामनाएं उनके साथ और करते रहें और बढ़ें।
और हर इंसान दुनिया का हर इंसान अगर थोड़ा सा भी अपना वक्त निकाल के दे दे तो पूरी दुनिया बहुत अच्छी हो जाएगी। थोड़ा वक्त निकालना चाहिए।
सो आप लोग को अगर कोई सोशल कॉज स्टार्ट करना होगा तो कौन सा कॉज आप लोग चूज करेंगे?
देखिए, हम 17 साल हम जुड़े हुए हैं, 17 साल एक शो से जुड़े थे। उसके ज़रिए हमने बहुत कुछ देखा और बहुत कुछ सीखा। बच्चे, बूढ़े, गरीब, अमीर सारे आए, लेकिन जो हिंदुस्तान की असलियत कहाँ से लोग आ रहे थे और उनमें क्या क्या कला भरी है। सो आई थिंक अगर हम कुछ करेंगे तो बच्चों और कला के साथ जुड़ी हुई कुछ चीज़ हमने देखा है। लेट्स सी।
थैंक यू।